friends! Good morning, good evening, guten Morgen, guten Tag, dzień dobry, Hejo! I am Victoria and I'm a software engineer living in Berlin, Germany. Today, I would like to tell you a story about huge frustration, disappointment, and chaos, and how I dealt with it. So last year, I remember it was November, December 2019, this time was so busy. I was so busy. I was like, my calendar was full of meetings, full of like my to-do list was full of tasks, because I took leadership over the Ruby chapter. I was working on the new Ruby posting. We, as a chapter, we were working on the new, maybe not new, but we wanted to structure our interviews better to be more fair. It was a lot, and like a lot. I'm very good at handling chaotic situations. So what I usually do, I see the chaos, I try to function in it, I feel overwhelmed, and then I put this chaos into categories and clean it up so it's not chaos anymore, so I can live with it, you know? And last year, it was a situation like this. So I would go back home after work totally exhausted, and I would just live from a weekend to another weekend, you know? And I hated the situation. And I felt like this, no, I can't live like this anymore. By the end of 2019, I was just like super motivated to change the situation. I took a pen and a whiteboard and I mapped all of our meetings into a schedule that I draw. And as you can see, it's full of irregularity. Violet rectangles are the meetings. By the way, I'm very sorry for I mean, it was a sketch. It was meant as a sketch. But now I'm using it everywhere, and I feel so sorry for you. This color palette is just terrible. It's so bad. Like, who mixes violet with red? Like, but you know, there is a reason why I'm a back-end engineer, not front-end, I guess. So, anyways, back to the topic. As you can see, this schedule is super chaotic. You have like meetings at around 10:15 as stand-up, but then you have this weird meeting at 10:30, and it's just like, I hated it. So I decided to change it and start 2020 with an experiment called Power Hour, actually called Power Hour for Team Rituals. Instead of having so many different meetings in so many different hours, we'll have one meeting, we as a team will have one meeting for 1 hour a day. And that's brilliant. And man, that's brilliant. What's brilliant about it? I cannot see anything brilliant about it. I know, but it's so simple and so easy and works beautifully. But what was the idea actually? You have 1 hour for your team every day to do everything. So Power Hour has a structure, has two main parts. The first part is a stand-up, 15 minutes for the stand-up. Sorry for that. 15 minutes for the stand-up, and then you have 45 minutes to do everything you want. Everything you need. You got it. Dun, 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 dun. Everything what you need means backlog refinement, mob QA, discussion, brainstorming, some workshop, a meeting with a different team, icebreaker. Everything you need you can do during those 45 minutes, and that's it. If you don't have any topics for Power Hour, if there's nothing you need to discuss or need to do, need to achieve, you can just cut it short. You can just cut it short and say, oh, nice, bye-bye. That was it. And it works extremely well. The whole idea is super simple. It's very, very simple. But because you have this mind space for your team, so many things can get done. Because you don't have to schedule an additional meeting, and people hate additional meetings in the calendar for a good reason, because meetings equals distractions, right? But you don't have to do it when you know that you are meeting, in our case, at 11 o'clock every day with your team. Power Hour, so this hour a day for your team, encourages people to participate, encourages people to bring their own topics to the Power Hour. And you want this. You want to have an engaged team that brings ideas, that changes the rituals, that feels, empowers and owns how the team works, You don't only want people who do their work. You want people who are engaged in the way they do the work. You know what I mean? In order to have a successful Power Hour, you need basically 3 things. First, you need a board, like a Kanban or Miro board with the state to discuss. Will be discussed at the next Power Hour and discussed. A team member adds a topic to the Power Hour board and puts it in to be done during the next Power Hour column. You have an agenda for the next Power Hour. One color of a post-it or of a box, however you call it, is for some individuals, and the other color is for the whole team. So you want to be smart. You don't want to force people to be in a meeting, or discuss a topic that is not relevant to them. Second thing, a reminder set on Slack. So every day we got a reminder at 3:30 on our Slack channel, like, hey, remember to add relevant topics to the Power Hour board. And it works like a charm. Really beautiful, super easy. And the third element is a facilitator. So to be honest, it depends on your team ritual and team culture. We have a facilitator, but I would say we facilitate the Power Hour pretty lightly. So the idea is very easy. It's like a time box for your team. You start with stand-up, and then you have time for whatever your team needs. And for some reason, it works so well. So it's super simple, but it became this small phenomenon at Contentful. And now not only my team, but also other teams are trying it out, and they work with Power Hour. And it's super cool. I think it creates this very safe environment where people feel encouraged to participate and to own the team process. I highly recommend you to try it out just during one sprint. So what you do is just you put an hour before the lunch break, preferably, so you make sure that people make this just an hour meeting. People don't, when people are hungry, they don't make the meetings longer. Put it in your calendar for your team. Try it for one sprint, and you will feel the difference. You can, of course, iterate, have a retrospective about it, like how did you like it, then improve it a bit. And I think you will not gonna go back to meetings, to those irregular meetings that happen. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it inspiring. I dare you to try Power Hour. Let me know in the comments what you think. How do you deal with chaos in your schedule? Send this video to your friend or to your product manager or to your engineering manager, so maybe they will also get inspired to do Power Hour. And yes, if you have any questions regarding Power Hour, let me know. So that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye! It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.